This Saturday is National Steak Day, and since we live in Texas, we don't just celebrate steak, we live it. Whether you like it rare, medium rare, or charred to perfection, today is the day to treat yourself to that prime cut. Or this weekend, Paige is live at Winsome Prime to learn how the pros prepare the perfect cut. Hello, Paige.
Good morning to you and good morning, Texas. I am bringing the sizzle today because we're talking about steaks. I'm standing next to the largest pepper grinder in the history of pepper grinders. And I'm excited to introduce you to somebody that, we're talking about New York strip. We're also talking about New York fashion. Yeah, this dapper man, this is Rob Wright. He is the owner of Winsome Prime. I have to say that the restaurant itself really reflects the man. You look fantastic. Tell me all about Winsome Prime.
Winsome Prime is originated in the Houston area. We're 5 years in Houston, and we're going on our first anniversary here in the Dallas area. We're located in the Trinity Groves area, right outside of downtown, and we're having a good time being in Dallas.
We are, and really, I have to congratulate you because the truth is, when it comes to opening a restaurant in Dallas, particularly a steakhouse, it is not for the faint of heart. Many of them are not able to succeed. You got through that first year and in spades, looking great, and it really has a lot to do with this ambiance. In fact, we got here early to take some more images. You're just seeing a little portion of it, but this video will give you some more insight into what a special restaurant this is. Lots of kind of fun secret places throughout. As you mentioned, we're in Trinity Groves, but what is your hope when people come and stay and come and dine here? What is your hope for them?
So our steakhouse, our niche is we're kind of a classic, trendy style of steakhouse. We have your classic, steaks, but we also have, some southern influence of different types of food, seafood, and stuff of that nature. Appetizers, crab beignets, char-grilled oysters, spinach stuffed salmon, and then again, classic steaks.
All right. Also, there's a speakeasy that's back there as well. Come back here because we're going to get down to the cut of it, to the meat of it, if you don't mind the pun. This is Chef C to tell us more about what you need to do to prepare that perfect cut of meat. It's pretty simple. Let's start with the basics.
Well, here at Winsome Prime, we do our steaks sous vide. So, we get them in bulk. We butcher them ourselves. Then we sous vide them. We cook them with beef tallow, rosemary. Then over here, once we're ready to cook, we put them on a cutting board.
Let's do it. Show me what we're doing. Those are beautiful cuts of meat.
We got a ribeye. Okay, it's our 14-ounce ribeye. We use salt and pepper. That's it.
And I think that's another thing to bring up is that you don't need to be all fancy schmancy when it comes to the seasoning. You're saying, go for it, my friend. You're saying a simple salt and pepper. That's really what it takes in order to get the juices out.
That's all you need. You just need, go heavy in the seasoning because some of this is going to fall off when you put it on the grill. But salt and pepper, it's really all you need. Once you sous vide it with beef tallow and rosemary, there's a bunch of flavor in here. And like I said, that's all really we need to do.
I wish there was smell-o-vision because it smells great. Why don't you go on and put that on there, put that on the grill. And so seeing that steak with a simple salt and pepper mixture to put it on there and then it begins to sizzle. There's something about putting it on the grill. What is it about that method of cooking that's, say, better than on a griddle or even in the oven?
Well, the thing about the broiler right here, it's like any broiler, it has its own hot spots and cool spots, right? So when you're putting it in, you got to make sure, depending on the temperature that the client wants, where you're going to cook it, time it up properly. Once it's done, you take it out, let it rest, because that's really what's going to bring the juices up. Then, once it's rest for 5 minutes, then you can serve it and sell it.
This is really helpful information. Thank you, Chef C, because this is something that you can easily replicate at home. It's simple seasonings, and it also has to do with the cook time and also having a good grill. So I'm back over here once again with the dapper man himself. Come on over here because I want our viewers to have an opportunity to see the different cuts of steak. Go through each of these cuts of steaks and also the level of cookness that you've prepared.
Sure. We have our petite filet on the far left over here. We have our classic ribeye right here. We have our New York strip. And then we have our medium well Hawaiian ribeye, which is our signature steak to our restaurant.
They all smell delicious. How do you actually adjust the temperature? Do you use a basic thermometer to determine the perfect doneness for your client and their specific taste?
To ensure that the steak is properly done right and avoid sandbags, we definitely use a thermometer just to make sure we have the finishing touches so the customer gets the perfect steak.
All right. Well, I think I'd like to try a little bite of that, and I'm going to go with this one. This is your rare preparation. It is delicious. Can you cut off a little sample for me? Chef, you want to give me a little cut? And the great thing is that of course we want you to come to Winsome Prime because they have stuff beyond the steak, so many other types of dishes that are available. But we're celebrating National Steak Day. This is something that you can also experience at home in your home kitchen. You can be, as qualified as a chef with just a little salt and pepper and a hot grill and some really yummy flavor. This has been great. Thank you so much. Before I put this in my mouth, I do want to encourage you to come and visit Winsome Prime. It's a fantastic experience. The ambiance is beautiful, and the flavors are on point. Yum. This is in honor of you, Miss Erin. Yummy.
I have to say, ooh, is it good? Yes, indeed. I love it. She's ready for National Steak Day, indeed.